I'm Manuel Hernandez and welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central, and I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another match preview plus predicted XI as Norwich take on Birmingham. Tuesday, 7:45 kickoff. If you've got Sky Sports, you can watch it there. It'll be a really interesting one. I hope you've all caught your breath after the Rotherham game. It was just a chaotic game and absolutely delighted Norwich City got the victory. It's quite a chaotic game, but I hope you've all got your breath. In this video, I'm previewing the game, talking a bit about Birmingham, talking a bit about Norwich, and then a predicted XI as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you are new to Norwich City Central, please subscribe for match reviews, and a lot more great content, fingers crossed, coming your way. Let's start and talk about Birmingham first before we get into the Norwich kind of issues. Birmingham started the season reasonably well. They got a 1-0 win against Brentford to start off the season, and they've got one win, 3 draws and a loss. So those draws came against Swansea, Rotherham and Stoke, and then they lost their first game in the Championship at the weekend at home to Sheffield Wednesday, I think, who have got that minus 12-point deduction. But Birmingham have started off reasonably well. They look like a very hard team to beat. Don't concede too many goals as well, and that's no surprise with Karanka as their manager as well. Of course, we know Karanka is a top class, Championship manager, someone who's really good at having structured defences and really good defensive manager. So it's not going to be an easy game, but as I said, Birmingham have typically been involved in low-scoring occasions, and it will be tough to break them down, but I'm sure Norwich City have got the capabilities to do so. As I said, Karanka's a top-class manager. We've got some interesting memories with Icor Karanka, haven't we? Probably the most depressing memory is when he won 1-0 at Middlesbrough at Carrow Road, which essentially ended our automatic promotion hopes in the 2014-2015 season. But we've got a lot more fonder memories playing against Karanka. Of course, the playoff final, Alex Neil versus Karanka, and Norwich City came with a 2-0 win, and that will probably serve Karanka for celebrating like they won the league at Carrow Road. But no, a really interesting occasion, this one. Birmingham are a team who are good defensively, like to press as well. And they're a very experienced team, so it'll be tough. As for Norwich City, a 2-1 win against Rotherham, and wow, what a game that was. Very entertaining, and to score with the last kick of the game with a penalty is absolutely thrilling, and I would love to have been at the away end. I think it's one of the latest goals we've scored since the Mario Rancic free kick all the way back a long time ago, and I think it's the last time we scored a stoppage time penalty since Grant Holt back in 2011. Either way, it was terrific to score with the last kick of the game. But even the most optimistic Norwich City fan, even watching this, that win is not going to be sustainable. Norwich City conceded 4 big chances, of course conceded a penalty in the first half, conceded 2 big chances in the second half, which was one of them was wasn't even a brilliant Tim Krul save, it just hit him. And the other one they should have scored as well. Rotherham then also conceded a 95th minute penalty. They got a red card as well. Just everything went in Norwich City's way. And I'm not going to complain, of course, but Norwich City were very lucky to win that game, because it's not every single game where, Tim Krul's going to be able to save a penalty. Rotherham are going to miss sitters. Teams aren't always going to get to 10 men, get a man sent off. Teams aren't always going to concede a last minute penalty. So Norwich City got away with one. But hopefully that's the springboard Norwich City need now to go on and have a really good season. My main issue with Norwich City, I think we started reasonably okay. It's been mixed performances so far. I don't think Norwich City have been amazing, but I don't think they've been poor. Just a little bit of an identity issue at the moment. Sometimes we like to go long and put crosses in when we haven't got, we did that with Pookie, and he's not necessarily the best at heading. It's just a bit of an identity issue at the moment, but I'm sure that will come as the players kind of come together. And the most important thing, to start the season off is getting those wins, and hopefully that identity will come. That's what happened in the 2018-19 season under Farker. But, this is a brilliant squad, even with Kieran Dow injured for 3 months, even for Onel Hernandez injured for 3 months. Look at the attacking players we can play. We can play Buendia, Stupiman and Campwell, Adamida in that role. Poheta was on the bench. There's so many brilliant players we can play. And it's over to Daniel Farker really. Now he's got to get the best out of this team. The only issue I do have is defensively, because having 3 centre-backs and just 1 left-back is absolute madness in my opinion. When you consider Ben Gibson and Grant Hanley haven't played that much football as well, I think that's madness. But overall, Norwich City 2 wins, a draw and 2 losses. So it's been a mixed start, and hopefully now we can kick on, with the news that Buendia is going to be staying to at least January, Max Aarons, Todd Cantwell. We've got a really talented squad, and it's all settled now. So let's hope Norwich City can kick on now. In terms of the predicted XI, this is the team I'll play. Tim Krul in goal, of course. I think he got man of the match actually with that penalty save and with a couple, two really good saves in the game. We're not going to be able to have Tim Krul to make a penalty save and for him to bail us out every game, but really good performer. Back four, Quintilla, Ben Gibson, Grant Hanley and Max Aarons. Ben Gibson and Grant Hanley I thought had a decent game. I think it was very poor defending for the first goal from Grant Hanley, but that they're a very decent and experienced centre-back partnership, and the more they play, the more they're only going to get better together. Quintilla left back, really like the look of him, and Max Aarons right back. How have we kept Max Aarons? I go to sleep every day thinking, how have we kept Max Aarons? It's absolutely terrific. He's probably one of our best players. He's certainly our best youngster, in my opinion. And the fact that we managed to keep him is absolutely incredible, particularly when you consider Jamal and Ben got moves to good Premier League clubs. It's ridiculous we kept hold of Max, but great that he's staying. Oliver Skipp and Lucas Rupp in the central defensive midfield spots. I thought Oliver Skipp, it's very lucky he's not got a 6-month injury, because that was a terrible tackle for the Rotherham midfielder. And Lucas Rupp, I think's been playing okay and deserves to keep a spot. In terms of the three attacking midfielders, I keep them all the same, except for I'll take Stupinham out and put Cantwell in. I think Stupinham's had a mixed start to the season. I don't think he's necessarily settled, and when you've got a player like Todd Cantwell, who on his day is absolutely brilliant, I think you've got to start him. So Adam Eder on the left, who I thought had a okay performance. It was disappointing he conceded the penalty, but I think Adam Eder, the more he plays, he's only going to get better. Cantwell in the middle, as I said, to have him stay is great news, and let's hope he can kick on now and get his head in the right spot and get Buendia as well, and his head space in the right position as well, because Cantwell and Buendia were ridiculously good footballers, particularly Buendia as well. We know just how good he is, and if they've got the right head, if they've got the right attitude, that's the most important thing. So let's hope they've got the right attitude, they enjoy playing for this Norwich City side, and they can have really good seasons. And up front, I'd stick with Jordan Hugill. I think if you look at our three strikers, I don't think any of them are going to get 30 goals. They might not even break 20 goals. But what I expect from Hugill, Adam Eder and Pukki is for them all to contribute. Similar to that 14-15 season under Alex Neil, where we had Jerome, Hooper and Graben all contributing. I don't see this just being a one-season wonder from Pukki where he gets 30 goals. I think it'll be a mix of those three strikers. And really impressed with Hugill. Good to see him get his first Championship goal with a lovely penalty. So that's the team I would play. And in terms of this game, I think it will be a difficult game. As I said, Karanka is a very good manager, but look at that Norwich City side. Absolutely brilliant. The one issue is the defensive areas if there's a few injuries, but now's the most important time to get settled, and to let's hope Norwich City can have a really, really good performance and can really kick on now with some home games against Birmingham and Wickham at home. It's a really good chance now for Norwich City to progress up that table and get a few wins and get that confidence flowing as well. Score prediction, Norwich City 2, Birmingham 1. I think Norwich City have got just enough to get through this game. I'm going to go 2 goals for Jordan Hugill in this game as well. But the most important thing to realise is if we keep playing how we did, if we keep playing how we did against Rotherham, we're not going to be able to win every game. We're not going to win too many games like that, because playing like that's not sustainable. But Norwich City have got character, they've got quality on paper. Let's hope we can put it onto the pitch. Thanks for watching this match preview as predicted XI. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. I'll see you later.